What in the blue hell? Police in Scotland barge into a home due to coronavirus laws.
What is up, everybody?
Podcast. Talking about bullshit and other things.
So apparently, what happened was people heard reports of the family having people over, like partying or guests, and no, it was the daughter returning home from the hospital, and then
Your fucking body at my fucking house.
Absolutely not. You
Right
threw it
now.
again, I'm going to lift you for a breach of the
No,
peace.
I
just stop it,
It's in my
man.
house.
Yeah.
In my house.
Yeah.
I do not think so.
Oh, trust me.
What's
Come on,
wrong?
kid.
What the fuck is wrong with you, mate?
Right, no.
Mum, no, please, my mum's no,
Please stop it,
so from that clip, you see the cops barging in the house and rustling with the family, and they were like, "Wait, what are you doing?" Like they were just like it looked like it was nighttime, like they were getting ready to go to bed or something.
Well, sir, be interested, sir.
That you're going to get issued with a fine.
You ain't issuing me with nothing. You ain't, do what you want. Let's go to court, whatever. You're a bully. You're a bully boy. You're a bully boy. Get out me car.
And then the other clip was a UFC fighter, and you know how they say here in America, I think it's 2 meters overseas for you guys over the metric system. They say it's 6 feet from each other, right? There ain't no 6 feet. The dude's in his car. The dude's literally in his car, and he's telling him, I have a hard time understanding Darren Till, which is the guy in that clip, which is a UFC fighter because his accent is so thick. But he says, "What are you doing? Like you're literally in my car."
What? You're a loser. Never have a problem with police, right? Never. You see, you bully boy loser. This is what you do. You go to gyms. You bully everyone in gym. You're a bully boy, mate. Go away. Be totally honest with you. This is more for the kids. Like, I know I've always been very, I swear a lot on like interviews and fights and that, but I lost my temper with that officer because he was searching and fishing for something. Like, he followed me to my car, he wouldn't let me get in my car.
But where does it make sense? They start checking his tires and other things to try to find stuff, and he's like, dude, just get out of my car. Just leave me the fuck alone. And then you have the people in Scotland getting harassed because some neighbor, I'm going to go tattle on you. I'm an adult. Hey, Jimmy up the road has people over. What the hell? Let people live their life. Let people do the things that they want to do. It's straight disgusting that people are out here literally tattling on people. At least here where I live, we don't have that. That's just weird shit to me. I would hate it if, like, my brother came over or a friend came by and then I had cops showing up like, yo, what are you doing with all these people coming over? I'm like, they're family. Oh, well, family's not permitted. You're only permitted with the people that live in the home. Excuse me? That's straight disturbing. Like, why would you think as a cop you have the right to come into someone's house and tell them, nah, son, you can't have people over? Motherfucker, let me do my life. Let me live my life. You know what the problem is? All these people that are living their lives like this, like police officers, they're doing the complete opposite of what they're trying to prevent. All these police officers are going out of their way and probably hanging out with their families and friends, unless they're like, oh my god, I can't do that. Like, really? It's COVID. This COVID-19 thing is really effed up to society. It should be okay to congregate with your family. It should be okay to have friends over.
Sheridan joins us now live from Dubai this morning in the sunshine by a pool, something that the rest of us are just dreaming of. Not in the spirit of it, is it? When at the moment in lockdown, everybody is just wanting to, you know, we're in this together. That's what it feels like.
Are we in this together? Really? Are we? When the government's allowed to be open and do their mockery, the news outlets are allowed to make money, but you have blue-collar workers who can't go to work, the barbershops are closed, you have gym owners that are closed, you have restaurants that are being hurting, and you're saying, oh, we're all in this together. No, we're not, because if you make a lot of money, your business is still being allowed to be open. How do I know this? Why is Walmart allowed to be open, but the mom-and-pop shop isn't? Why is it okay that Red Lobster, a big, huge restaurant chain, or a place like McDonald's or Burger King or Taco Bell can still serve their meals?
Understand it's my job. So my job is to motivate people. If I was going to be lazy, if I was going to sit back, if I couldn't be bothered to provide it. Yeah, there's loads of videos on my Instagram. Obviously, that was just the one me riding a camel. But you know what I mean? I think if you ever had a look at my Instagram, you'd see workouts. But I think in a world where you can be anything, be kind.
Can I just say something? When you say
I
be
personally don't
kind,
mind.
like when we see how stretched the NHS is and those nurses that are working really, really hard, and all they are saying is, please stay home, do the right thing, stay home. And you're saying, be kind. Are you being kind to them?
And like I said, there's different rules for different folks. Because there's mayors that are in Chicago, Illinois, and during Thanksgiving, which is in November, and December for Christmas and New Year, she said, lock it up, shut it up, don't bring anybody around, don't congregate with your families, don't do anything. But what the hell happened? She got caught going to a barber shop, and her response was, I didn't really want to get a haircut, bitch. You wanted to get a haircut. Why were you in a barber shop in the first place if you didn't want to get a haircut? Why is it okay for you to do the things that you're telling the general public not to do? And now because Joe Biden is the president, you're saying, open up, open the place up, open it up. And you're trying to say, open it up as fast as you can, get the bars going, get the clubs going, get everything popping like it was normal. It's like, what's the difference between Joe Biden and Billy in the White House? Nothing. If there's a so-called virus, it ain't going to change if you have Donald Trump in office or you have Joe Biden in office. If you are so scared when Donald Trump is in office for the lockdowns and shutdowns, why don't you have lockdowns and shutdowns for Joe Biden? Oh, Joe Biden is the savior. No, that guy's a weird fuck. That guy's weird. That guy's crazy. Just type in Joe Biden crazy on YouTube and you find some wacky ass weird videos. But the bottom line is, there's different rules for different folk. So this lady is saying, what is the NHS or something? The National, health services or something like that. If the lady's literally in Dubai, living in the country of Dubai, what would the hell of England have to do with anything? Okay? And the NHS is saying, please stay home, don't go. You think people want to stay home? That's the main reason people are getting sick. That's the main people are getting depression. That's the main reason people are getting sad and depressed and stressed. I've talked to people that are been on lockdown. I've talked to people that are currently in England, and all three people are like, these lockdowns don't make any sense. There's more people congregating in the grocery stores every single day because there's nowhere else to go. And during the lockdowns here in March of 2020, for an example, you would go to the grocery store and it would be the most packed it ever was. You'd go to Walmart, and yes, there'd be lines getting in and out of the place, so there would be like lines around the block for people trying to get into the store because they would have limited time in the store. But the bottom line is, people were only going to Walmart not to shop, to socialize, because they were missing that social interaction of seeing other humans at the bar, at the club, at the mall, at the park, at the wherever. And now that they couldn't have the opportunity to go do that, they were stressed out their gills. And you go, well, I don't need to go anywhere. It doesn't matter about you. You go to Las Vegas. Why is in Las Vegas the old people that are like 60, probably I'd say 60, 70% of the older population that are around 70 to 80 years old, why do they congregate at the casinos and they sit at the same casino slot machine for hours? It's because they have nobody left. They're there just to socialize. When the waiter comes by and goes, here's your free iced tea, they're congregating with that lady going, hey lady, how was your day? Good. And then they get to know these people because they go there so often. That's the thing older people do. They go somewhere every day. You go to Panera Bread or McDonald's, and I know when I grew up in a small town, a lot of the older people would go to the Denny's, and they would just sit there with their two buddies, and they would sit there for hours because they would talk to the waiters because they had nothing else to do. Why is there a 82-year-old man in my gym every day running for an hour and a half on the treadmill, and he's thin as a motherfucker? Why is he doing it? Because he socializes with the women, the guys. He talks to me all the time. Hey, Trevor, haven't seen you in a while. I'm like, yeah, I don't work out in the morning like I used to. I work out at night. And he goes, oh, that sucks. But he sees me when he does and says hi because it gives him the confidence that he's socially having people to talk to. If he didn't have any gym open or anything to do, where would he be? At home doing nothing? He'd probably die from being lonely. And that's what these people need to do, is get out of their house, because being locked up is being lonely. Telling these people, well, you're the reason for the spike in the virus. If you believe the virus is real, cool. If you don't believe it's real, that's on you. Do you believe the hospitals are packed? I believe what my friends have said in California. They told me they have a 24 bed ICU, and there's only 8 at the time that I talked to her. 8 that was full. That's not packed. That's not packed to the gills. And she goes, well, the media said. I said, well, the media said your hospital's packed. She goes, you know what? Her reply to that was, it's the media putting fear into people. You hear hospital full, people are like, oh, shoot. You hear 10,000 people sick, ooh, people are dying. People just believe when they hear that high-ass number that people are dying left and right. It's so weird to me how open we are in Florida and how locked down England is. Right here, if you want to read that really quickly, it says, it's going to be hard to read on the camera. It says, lockdowns do not work. Governor DeSantis says, because if they didn't work the first time in March, why would they work in December, work in January? Because you know what's going to happen? England right now, if the virus numbers are going way down and they're getting comfortable and they're getting relaxed, right, and then they go back out and congregate, the numbers are going to go right back up. You know how I know? Because that's what happened here in America. We locked down for a couple months, and then it went back up because people congregated. That's what happens, people. People get sick when they congregate with other people, but also your body has the natural ability to fight off infections and diseases and whatever. But for what we talked about today is the cops harassing Darren Till from the gym, and he's a UFC fighter, so he has to go to the gym and train for his competitions. And they are harassing people in people's homes around the world, running through houses, breaking in. You can't have people over. It's like, really? When did this turn into a dictatorship? It's a virus. Let people hang out with somebody if they want to. Like a friend of mine, was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday she went to a concert. She went to a country music concert and on her live stream, the first thing that popped up, somebody was like, this is a COVID-19 spreading event. And I'm like, just let the motherfucker have a fun time. Let her go out and have fun. Because she told me this was the first time she's been to a concert in over a year. And I was like, was there a lot of people there? She goes, yeah, there was a lot of people there. I was like, were you scared to get the virus? She goes, no, I was there to listen to some music. And that's exactly what she did. But it was so funny. The very first comment on her live stream was, that's a COVID-19 spreading event. I'm like, dude, shut your mouth and let someone have fun. If you don't want to go to the concerts or you don't want to enjoy life, then stay home and never leave. But that is my little podcast for today, and I'll see you guys in the next one. It's so funny that some people are so scared that they don't want to go out and do nothing, but then there's other people that are like, I don't care, I'm not living in fear anymore, I'm doing what I need to do. But if you're so comfortable to go to the grocery store and Walmart, and there's a lot of people in there all the time, then why aren't you comfortable going to a sporting event or concert? I don't get that. Because if there's, let's say, a few hundred people at the Walmart or grocery store, what's another few hundred people at the concert? I don't know. But as always, it's your boy Trevor back with another podcast.